Alright, welcome back everybody to another episode of Now Testify. It has been way too long since I've done a FSD video, and we've been waiting for 14.3 for quite a while now. And finally, as of tonight, April, was it 26th today? It is the 27th today, Monday the 27th. It looks like some folks outside of the OGs are finally getting it, myself included. And so we're going on test loop number 1. This is my first reaction video to it. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Make sure if you enjoyed the video, you hit that like button. And if you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe. I've got a couple more videos coming up here in the near future. One for some awesome Cybertruck accessories, and another for my 5-year review of my Tesla Model Y Performance. So if you're interested in seeing those, make sure you get subscribed. Coming up here to my first unprotected left turn and directly into the sun as we would have it. So this will be interesting to see. I've heard comments about 14.3. This is 14.3.2 specifically, being more assertive, but also smooth at the same time. So the interesting thing is we do have like a left merge lane we can get into should the opportunity present itself. And it looks like we're going to have an all clear after this Subaru. So it should be a gimme, really, for this unprotected left. All right. I'm in sloth for some reason. I'm going to go ahead and bump that up to, I'm usually in hurry. So I'm going to see what the hurry profile looks like these days. We've got parking lot selected. My destination is called Pybus Market. It is in downtown Wenatchee. If you're familiar with Pike Place in Seattle, it's a very much wannabe of that kind of idea. But it's a good route for me to go and take you guys along. But here's kind of the trip we're going to be seeing. Across the bridge, we've got a yield to a roundabout traffic up here. We're going across the bridge, and we'll probably fast forward until we get to Orondo here, where it usually gets interesting. And then we'll be seeing if we can actually make it down to Pybus Market. FSD in the past has struggled very much with getting to the correct lane and then finally to the market over some train tracks as well. I don't see a train moving. We would see it right across the river there if there was one on the way. So it looks like we won't have any train traffic to deal with for tonight, but which is a good thing because we need to make it to the market. You can also follow along. I'm very active on X, so please make sure you follow Now Teslafy on X and hit me up. Let me know if you came from YouTube. I'd like to see some more YouTube followers on X. And if you're an X viewer, make sure you hit the comment button below and let me know you came from X. I always kind of like to see where my audiences cross-pollinate there. So far, very smooth. No complaints. 14 has been very good across the board. I really only have to disengage for navigation issues, which, interestingly enough, if we have to do one of the key features we're seeing in the 14.3.2 update is there is a new option when you disengage and Tesla uses a different language. They're calling it intervene, and we usually refer to interventions as like pressing the accelerator, which you can still do, and it does not disengage full self-driving. So this is a good test. Oh no, that truck's not going to go. So here is interesting. We usually have to yield to traffic on our left, and we had nobody in that roundabout. So we're on our way across the bridge. Coming back will be a challenge too, and I'll talk about that when we get there. That is usually my #1 intervention here in town, and I use that crossing this bridge the other way so much, and that's the one area I disengaged for being in the incorrect lane, and again, we'll talk about that. But anyway, so when you do intervene, in this case, disengage, from what I understand, pressing the brake pedal or taking over by using the steering wheel, a new pop-up appears that's like unstyled and like completely rudimentary. As a UX designer myself, screenshots I have seen are thoroughly unimpressive, even for just a basic notification thing. Anyway, 4 options for that Tesla's looking for to, I believe, tag disengagements. So we were able to leave voice messages before if we want to, and my guess is that a lot of folks probably do actually use that voice feature. I almost always do, unless I just happen to forget. And what they do have now is you can specify why you intervened. That could be for being uncomfortable, I think perceived comfort, and we'll see those options. Well, hopefully we don't see those options, but it has to do with comfort, a critical disengagement, like safety related. Now they added navigation, and then the third one, I forget what the third one is, but I know comfort, navigation, and critical are 3. And I can't remember they're fairly broad topics, but my guess is that most people, like myself, are disengaging for navigation or routing issues. All right, so this is actually really good behavior for hurry. I like to see it, you know, of 3 or 4%, well, actually probably like 5 or 6% over usually posted limit. So in this mode, and I get anywhere under, under the limit in hurry to just above, sometimes over. So I end up having to toggle quite a bit, especially around town. So I'd love to see some more consistency in being able to choose speed profiles in this version. And so far, I think we're off to a really good start. Nice kind of assertive off the line there in hurry. I like that too, actually, to be honest. It's probably better in standard or sloth if you prefer a more chill ride, but this is a little bit more my driving style. So we're coming up to Orondo now. So much for fast forwarding through that spot. We didn't have much traffic or lights to deal with, so we got here quickly. And we basically need to be in the leftmost lane before we get to the bottom of the hill. And in the past, it has camped this right lane until the very end, and sometimes not even getting out of the left or this right lane. And at the bottom of the hill is a right turn only. So this next block, we need to make it over into the left lane, and currently there is a car that is coming down with us. And we did not get out of that right lane, so what are we going to do? So now we have to take a right turn. We have to. And nope. Okay, so that is interesting, and I have not seen that in a long time. So our options are preference, discomfort, critical, and navigation. Navigation it is. So, but the other weird part is that is it's a right turn only lane, and it went straight. So I wouldn't say it was critical from a safety, because it would have, I guess, been able to safely get there. But because there's nobody else around, so it wasn't a safety issue. Why is my blinker stuck? That's weird. My blinker was stuck. So let's see. Okay, we can try this again. So I have not seen that issue in a very long time. Usually FSD is very good about getting right over into that left-hand lane. It should have done that in that first block. But so that's right out the gate. I wasn't expecting to get that, because I haven't seen that in a very long time. Not since maybe the late. I don't think in V14 I've ever had an issue with that until now. So that's an unfortunate disengagement, but you did get to see the new reason pop over. which also strangely enough doesn't have like a dismiss button, so you can't ignore it. If you disengage, you have to provide that feedback. Okay, so good creep. I can't quite see around this sheet that they have covering the construction area, but I can kind of, okay, so it, and then that was perfect. Super comfortable, definitely nobody coming, and popped out just enough. So that was really nicely handled with the impaired corner. So let's try this again. Normally I wouldn't give it a round 2, but all right, so there we are. So almost immediately over now to that left-hand lane. Also, interestingly enough, you can see this truck was trying to pull out as well. So it pulled out from that lane almost immediately. So it also looked like maybe a bit of an evasive maneuver to get away from the truck that was attempting to pull out. Because that was a pretty immediate jaunt over. But we needed to be in this lane anyway. So as long as dry wipe still, I was hoping that would go away. I do have some bugs on the windshield. I apologize if you're able to see those in the video. I just got back from a long work trip, and the bugs are in full season. So nice, very comfortable 4-way stop. We were already in the correct lane, so we're good to go here. We've got a person that's kind of all over the place, and it cautiously went by them. That's good. And the market is right ahead of us. We've got our blue P marker, so that's gonna say that's, hey, that's where we're gonna park. And so we should be smooth sailing from here. Things like this are usually not a problem at all once we get there. So this really could have been this could have been a disengagement free drive, but hey, that's why I keep coming down the same route. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time here, I've got 5 years worth of this drive, this exact loop. Sometimes it's made it, and most of the time it has not perfectly. So that's why I keep doing it. So nice head-in parking job. Let's take a look at the cameras and see what we got in the lines. So we're really close to the right-hand side here. Probably too close for my comfort, but you know, it one-shot it. It pulled right in. It was decisive. Sometimes it would take a while. It would go all the way to wherever it was going to go to try and find a spot. So this isn't like the greatest parking job, but at least it was decisive. It got us here. So, you know, I'll probably give that a C, or maybe even a C-. It's like totally average or slightly below. All right, so let's head back to our return trip here. A similar route. Let's double check our route here. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna pull right out. And still no actual smart summon or summon of any kind for Cybertruck. That's super disappointing, and hopefully that comes sooner rather than later. We saw in an early release note from Chuck that it was in his release notes for the Cybertruck, but then was pulled actually while he was trying to install it. So it was obviously just a error in the Cybertruck release notes. Did it take a different route? It did. It just automatically took a different route. All right, well, so this isn't normally the way we head back, but looks like we're gonna have to take it for now. All right, so finishing the left turn on yellow, that's pretty good actually, because it was already in the intersection, and very human decision, if we will. And to be honest, as far as like routing goes, it's probably the most straightforward way to go, but I do like it taking the other way, because it gives us another opportunity for a unprotected left turn. But it is what it is. And if anything happens, interesting happens along this straight path, I'll let you know. Otherwise, we'll probably just fast forward. So here's another area I'm a little bit interested in seeing. This is a joining traffic lane rather than a merge, so it doesn't have any reason to slow down, and it is 40 across the bridge, so we should be able to go full up to 40 and should even be accelerating here and not waiting, hitting the brakes or anything. So I would like to see it get up to speed before it gets onto the bridge, but this is totally fine. So we are in the correct lane here, and if we zoom in here on this loop we gotta take, we have to be in this center lane. So if we get in this left lane, and sometimes it will want to, usually it actually wants to go all the way left, which takes us way far off path, but as long as we stay in the center lane, and nope, it's gonna miss it. So I intervene there. We get to see again the navigation. Incorrect lane choice to follow the route. That would have taken us quite a bit off path and added extra time to our trip. So very unfortunate for what's supposed to be a very large feature update for FSD 14. It's supposed to be a lot quicker reaction, and you would think that this time of day we've got wonderful lighting out still. We weren't going excessively fast at all. There was no traffic around us to contend with. It just simply made the wrong decision in the lane it should have been in. So again though, at least now we can tag these things as navigation issues, and hopefully that data gets back to Tesla and they put some work in. I don't know what it's gonna take, to be honest. I guess we always thought that, or I should say, I always thought it was absolutely a combination of map data plus just using vision to figure out where it's supposed to go. But there is something, especially in that particular traffic pattern for me, has always been a consistent issue for FSD since forever. I do notice it still is like almost all previous versions of FSD. If it has a lead car and we're following it, generally it will follow that vehicle and go the correct way. I've actually even seen it though where it will still go the right way even if the other vehicle goes left, but more often than not, that center lane, as long as there's a lead car, I don't think I'd have to really think about it or pay a little bit more attention. I'm almost positive that if that lead car takes the same route we're going in that fork, then it usually picks the right spot. But you know, we could go back and do that exact same thing again and it could nail it. So it's just one of those things where I feel like it gets it right, maybe, I want to say since 14.2. You know, one of the earliest releases of 14.2 that we were on, I can't remember which was one of the first ones I got. That one was actually, I think, nailed it every single time. And I think I was only on that release for maybe a week before we saw the next update, and then it was back to its shenanigans. So yeah, I don't it's such a stupid thing because I'm in such a small, fairly small town, and should not be an issue. And I've been providing data back now for 4 years, my Model Y, and I can't be the only one in town that is using it. You know, I would actually be fairly surprised if there's more than 5 though. So I don't think there's many people in my town that are using it. But I could be wrong. But I can't be the only one, and surely just myself, the many times I've gone over that over the last 4 years since I've had any level of FSD, would have been able to report that to Tesla. But again, it's one of those things too where, I don't know, maybe it's just a super niche case. All right, well, you know, I would say for this release, I have witnessed the better assertiveness, better four-way stop handling. So this is actually an intersection that on occasion it would stutter, kind of deciding when to go. And now, we don't want to park in this person's driveway, street. It's been smoother, more assertive, and overall very good. So with those disengagements, you know, that's a simple thing that we've had across all my releases, but it is what it is, and hopefully that's something that eventually gets fixed. So if you made this far in the video, thanks for watching. Let me know how FSD is doing for you, and if you have any questions about FSD, especially in the Cybertruck, let me know. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.